just kind of waiting for everything to hook up. Yes, we're live. Hi, everyone. Good morning or good afternoon. Not sure where you guys are. My name is Nicole Joubert, and I am an Instagram marketing expert. I own a business called Trinity Cared Marketing, and this is my podcast. Right now, it's called Boss Talk with Nicole, but I'm not sure that's the name that's going to stick. So things may be changing about this for all of for anyone who's watching. So just know that I might come at you with a couple of different names. Right now it's called Boss Talk with Nicole. So for the most part, for people who know me, they know me as an Instagram marketing expert. If you go to my Instagram, which is Nicole Joubert, you'll see that I have quite a bit of followers, and I've been in business 3 years as an Instagram marketing expert. I have worked with clients from all over the world, helping them to grow their pages and teaching them strategies on how to monetize the growth once they get it, targeting the right audience, all of that good stuff. But you know, it's always been in my heart since I took a very painful journey to learn Instagram. And if you don't know about that or want to learn about that, you can go to one of my previous episodes and I talk about how this iteration of who I am in business came to be, Trinity Cared Marketing. So most people will know me as an Instagram marketing expert, but it's always been my goal from the very, very beginning to teach people about Instagram and to not just service people. Because what I found is that the people, my clients who had a better understanding of how the platform worked, they just did better overall. And those who didn't, although their pages grew, they didn't really know how to convert that audience into sales and to influence, so they could actually move forward. And that's my whole goal. It's not just to be showy, but to actually have an effect, actually have people get results. And so it's always been my goal to educate. And then one thing that I understand, because I have built this business, like I live, eat, and sleep this business over the past 3 years, is that to grow a business, even if you're going to be on Instagram, that there are a lot of components around the business that have to be in place, like a sales funnel. Where are you sending people to? How are you getting them there? What is your backup plan? Like, what is that thing that's going to be, evergreen, constantly making you money? There are a lot of things that go into this, even if Instagram is your main source of leads. And so I understand that, and that's something that I always wanted to give in a larger platform. So this particular podcast, yes, I am an Instagram expert. That expertise will definitely be in there, but there are going to be other things in it. It's going to be about the journey of entrepreneurship and, just the ups and downs of it. I'm absolutely going to be giving tips. You get a couple of them today, but I'm going to be talking about how I've fared in this journey, like how it's been for me. I haven't 100% worked out what I want each day to be, if I'm going to have a schedule, if I'm going to, play it by ear in terms of the subject matter, if I'm going to be doing interviews, although I'd really like to do interviews, news, I'm just not sure. So I'm guessing over the next month or so, I will figure this out, because I'm committed to doing a year of the podcast. Just to let you know, I hadn't planned on doing a podcast. It was the furthest thing from my mind. It's something that I said, maybe I'll do that down the line, because I could see its popularity. But right now, I'm looking to grow my business and branch out, like I was stating before. And instead of trying to reinvent the wheel, anytime I have to learn a new skill, I go out and I find people who already know how to do it, and then I pay them to teach me. So right now, I have a couple of mentors, and one of them has very strongly suggested that I do a podcast. And so since I don't know everything past where I'm at, I'm willing to, give it a try. Let's just see what happens. So that's why it's kind of like, I'm not sure what I'm doing. I'm not sure what the subject matter is, because I didn't plan it. And if anyone knows me in terms of my business and my professional persona, I am a heavy, heavy, heavy planner. So that's what this podcast is about. Another thing is that, so just so you guys know this, because it's not something, I don't plan to hide anything. I'm not going to be secretive about anything. One of the things that I'm a Christian woman. So this podcast is not about Christianity, and I love everyone. When I say I love everyone, I mean I love you. I don't care what your nationality is. I don't care what your sexual orientation or declaration is. I don't care whatever you have going on, because everyone is in their own walk, their own journey, and it's not my job to judge you, and I don't want to be judged. So that being said, is that I welcome anyone and everyone to this podcast, but I am a Christian, so because I'm on my Christian walk, that may seep into my conversation. So you just have to understand that. And when I'm talking about anything that refers to me as a Christian, that it's not against you or anyone else. It's just part of who I am, like how old I am, how many children I have, what city I grew up in. It is a fact of my life that I don't want to deny on any platform. So that's just something that I want you to know. But know that I love everyone. I don't care. Like I said, I don't care what's going on in your world. I don't care what other Christians say about what's going on in your world. Me to you, I love everyone, and everyone is welcome here. And also know that, I am, because I'm a woman, what I have found is that more women are attracted to my business. Like, they're the ones who spend coin with me. So a lot of my marketing is focused at targeting that, that sector of the world. I can't think of the word, but I'm more targeting women. So know that a lot of times that what I say may be geared at women, but it's for everyone. I have male clients. So it's not that everyone is a woman that I service, but it just seems that the majority of people who are attracted to me, who want to spend money with me, are women. So, I got to go where the money is. That's where I'm going. So, okay, so that's enough about what this podcast is about. So today I just want to talk to you guys about a couple of things. One of them is I want to give you a quick tip. So this is about to DM as a woman on Instagram. And okay, so back it up. When I first started learning how to grow accounts on Instagram, I tried it on my children's account. And and literally anyone who would let me, I was like, let me grow your account. And one of the things that I found out was that in the DM as a woman, now I don't know how it is for guys, but we get bombarded with a lot of male attention. Sometimes it's extremely inappropriate. I have DM'd because I'm in at the time when I started my youngest daughter's account, she was, I think she was 13. She's about a month from 17 now. But, she looks like a child. Everyone in my family looks a lot younger than they are. So she looks like, at 13, she looked like a 9-year-old. And I would just go to her DM because I checked her DMs, and there would be all this inappropriate attention from men, like seriously inappropriate, from grown men who have no business talking to me, let alone her. So I found myself constantly fighting that battle with men and threatening to call the police, the whole 9 yards, in her DM. And with myself, I engage with the Instagram population for a living. That's what I do. That's one of the tactics that I use to grow my page is a very targeted type of engagement. But in the beginning, it wasn't as targeted because I was still learning what to do and what not to do. And my DM was flush with people who, because I had engaged with them, for some reason in their mind, it meant that I wanted to marry them and have their children. And so I found myself constantly fighting off men, and I decided very early on that I was not going to use my DM personally in any regards. I was going to, use it only for business. So that way, when I made that cutoff, it wouldn't be like sometimes I'm using it personally, sometimes I'm using it for business. My DM is to grow relationships with people who are on the same path as I am, or people who need my services, people who we make sense in each other's community. It's not for dating. So what I found is that what I did and what you guys can do is I have Instagram has Instagram, they have a little flush with words. So they have, when you go to your DM, you can can your responses. And so I have a couple of them canned because I find that a lot of the things that people ask me in my DMs, and my DMs are hot with activity. And if you follow me, that's one of the things that you'll figure out how to make that so with your account. one of the things is that I found is that people tend to ask the same questions again and again and again. So I have canned responses ready and just waiting for those questions. So what I do is like I can just click on and get the canned response, and then maybe I'll personalize it to make it fit your situation specifically. But there's a part of it that's there that I don't have to worry about figuring out. So what I did for this situation with men, for instance, is I have a canned response that goes something like, I'm sorry if I gave you the wrong impression, but I don't use my direct messages for personal interactions. It's all for business. And then I guide them to my free things, because I have a ton of free tips in my IGTV. And I also let them know that if they're interested, if they have a professional desire to grow their page or to work with me, I give them directions on how to do this. And it just makes it really, really cut and dry. And what I found is that if you word this, politely, if you're thinking of how you would want to be spoken to when you word it, that it is a really good way of gaining instant respect, because what I usually get from this is people say, oh, I'm sorry, no harm, no foul. And then some of them have even taken the next step to become clients. And so it works out really, really well for me. So that's one thing that I wanted to let if people don't know that or they're not using it, that those canned responses in the direct message, they save you a lot of time. And, when you can sit down and think about something instead of doing it on the fly, you can make all of your canned responses. It's for the different things that people come to you for, and then you can just have them ready. Now, the next thing that I wanted to talk to you guys about, that's it for the DM and the canned responses. The next thing that I wanted to talk to you guys about is something really new and awesome that Instagram just released about a week ago, and it's IGTV series. This is so super awesome. Now, what this does, this allows you to put anything that you have in your IGTV in different categories. So for me, I only have 2 categories right now, but my mind, the creativity is just like going bam, 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 bam. And I can't wait to come up with other things. So right now I have 2 series. I have my Nick's IG tips, where I give my tips out to people, and I'm going to start doing them through this platform and then putting them in there so people can have them. So you'll be getting my tips if you're coming to this live. Not every day, but I'll decide. Like I said, I haven't figured out how everything's going to go. So the other thing that I have is like my bio series, and it's Get to Know Nicole. So I've been doing this for 3 years, and I just want to make sure that people know who I am. Who are you dealing with? Whose page are you following? So it's a really good way for me to, it's a really good platform for me to tell people who I am. But I have all kinds of other series that I want to be coming up with. So what that does is that if people get to your IGTV, they can click on your series, and if you have it categorized right, they can just like go to this. Like, say someone doesn't care about me and they just want some tips, they can click on the tips. They're going to get all the tips. And say someone wants to know only about me and they don't care about the tips, they can click on the Get to Know Nicole. And it's a way to categorize people so that they don't have to go through all of your tips and try to figure out what's what and this and that. So I just love this. And I'm very excited to really make a full creative use of this. So, that's it for today. That's all I'm going to be talking about, I think. Yeah. Oh, another thing that I wanted to say. So my goal is to eventually get this live so that I'm doing it every single day except for Sunday. I probably won't do Sunday because those are the days that I go to church, and I try to take the day off to spend with my family. And so I won't be doing Sundays, but my goal is to eventually get this to a place where I'm doing it consistently, but I've got a lot of things on my plate right now, so I'm getting there. So I'm just telling you, just to work with me, be patient. It's going to be getting there eventually. So that is it for now. And just know this, that I am a tough cookie. I am looking for critique. This tough cookie is looking for critique. So don't just watch, tell me about it. Comment here, comment on my Instagram at Nicole Joubert. That's NICHOLEJOU, B as in boy, ERT. Tell me about this live. Did you like it? Did you hate it? I want to know so that I can improve it and make it better. And also so that I can give you what you want. If there's something that you think you would like to see me talk about or explain, just make sure you tell me. And another thing, this is hitting for my, this is going out over my Facebook Live, is going out, YouTube Live is going out, Twitter Live, and it's also going out for Instagram Live. in addition to my podcast. So the way that I have it set up and the way that I have to transmit is that I'm looking here, but any comment that you guys might be making, any hearts, any questions, it's happening over here and I can't see it. See, my computer is over here, but my camera is over here, and that's the way that I have to have it set up for the way my office is here. So unfortunately, I can't comment. I'm gonna figure that out. I'm going to figure out how to get everything in front of me eventually, but that's just one of the things that I have to work out. So don't think that I'm ignoring you if you're in there and you're saying join, if you want to do this, you want to do that, and I'm not ignoring you. I just can't see it. So that is it for now. I love you guys. Seriously, if you tuned in and you watched, I love you. And I'm very excited to take this journey with you. You guys take care and bye for now.